Back, let's go out to Cleveland, Ohio, and talk to the great and powerful John. What in the world is up, John? How we doing?
Oh man, I guess we're doing this, aren't we?
Let's do this, man. Let's do it. What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Awesome.
I guess a little nervous to be talking to you here, but I guess we just get into it, huh?
Hey, swan dive. No, don't swan dive. You might hit your head on the bottom. Let's cannonball. Cannonball, as the great Tavin Dillard says. Let's do it.
Well, I'll start with my question and then maybe give you some context to put the question around. So the question is how do I reconcile with my sister? I don't know, reconcile even is a really good word there, but the context of it is that about a year ago now, probably a little more than a year ago now, it came out that my sister was carrying on an affair with another married man, and my brother-in-law found out about it, and it ended up their marriage ended in divorce recently. And man, I lost a lot of respect for my sister, and I've lost a lot of respect for my parents through this whole thing. And I wish it was something that I could, just kind of ignore and just kind of go about my business. So you guys do what you want to do, but our family's pretty close, and we got actually a family vacation coming up in a couple of weeks that my brother-in-law was not invited to, and I guess sides have been drawn to this whole thing, and I feel like I'm pretty firmly behind my brother-in-law because to me, like, this all happened to him. He didn't choose for any of this, and it really infuriates me that my parents seem to have taken my sister's side through all this. And I think that my parents are very, very concerned about maintaining a relationship with their daughter and with their grandkids. And to me, that's like, I don't know. I wish my sister would show some remorse for what she did to her family, but it doesn't feel like she is. And
have you talked to your sister, John?
The respect for this.
Have you talked to her?
What's it?
It's like a private conversation.
Directly.
Okay, I think all of this is on pause until you do that. And this is a big enough deal that I would get on an airplane and go fly and sit with her. Say, let's go to coffee. This is a big enough deal where I would go visit and at least hear her out. Because what you're doing right now is you've heard one side of the story from brother-in-law.
Yeah.
I can tell you after dealing with this forever, there's never just one side. There's always another side to it. Two, ostracization. That's probably not the right. I'm not saying that the right way. Cutting people off almost never leads to behavior change. And there's a difference between I love you. I'm always going to be your brother. I'm not going to go on vacation with you, but I will always love you. And when they say, well, if you're going to love me, then you have to do everything that I say. No, I don't. I'm going to draw some boundaries. But I think you can only do that after you've done the loving, adult, grown-up, plus we're brother and sister thing, which is I'm going to go meet with you in person and say, get like, what happened, man? And you can walk away from those interactions knowing with a pretty good sense of what comes next. And it might be, hey, sister, I'm not comfortable bringing my family around some strange new guy who's married to somebody else. I'm not comfortable with that. And what you have to balance is you had this picture of one big happy family and somebody else blew it up, and you're pissed at them for blowing up your life, which is fair. But be careful that doesn't lead into you just throwing grenades and rocks at people, because you're going to be throwing grenades and rocks at them, but you're the one that's going to absorb those explosions. You can't hold your family together. It's been blown up. And so now we have to create something new. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Let me throw another wrinkle at you.
Okay.
My sister only communicates through written, and that's kind of something that has made me angry, because I guess another piece of it, because like, you know, she communicates everything through email, Facebook posts, or text messages. And that's something that, you know, I'm like, if you want to talk to me, come talk to me. Or something you want to say, talk to me. Like, I can't do this whole email and
except you're the one with the problem.
Yeah.
So it needs to go the other way. I think you're 100% right. I would not communicate to somebody electronically like that. I wouldn't do that. And so if somebody says, this is my new boundary, I will only talk via Facebook and text message. That's a new thing that's come out in the last few years, by the way. These strange family boundaries, like I only feel safe texting. Okay, that's fine. But when you say that, you are opting out of relationship with me at this time, because I only talk in person to the people I love. Of course, I send funny text messages back and forth. My sister texted me last night because the Astros got Verlander back. That's all great. But when it comes to substantive things, we talk on the phone. We talk in person. We don't do long. I don't do. In fact, one of my mentors, Michael Shonrock, man, one of the awesomest guys in the world. He had like a piece of tape on his computer, and if the email was too long, he wouldn't even read it. He would just reply like, "Hey, set up a meeting." Like I'm not going to do all of this in email. I'm just gonna do it in person. And so I think it's fair to say, if she chooses that, I think it's fair to text her back and say, I want to come visit you and talk with you and take you to coffee. Would you meet with me? And if she says, I only am going to do this via Facebook or whatever, you can write her back and say, this is too big of a deal to continue this exchange. When you're ready to talk in person, I can't wait and I'll be there. And let that be the end of it. Because she's drawn this weird boundary and you've gotten pissed that she drew a boundary. That's fine. I wouldn't spend 1 second energy being upset with her. I would just draw my own boundary back.
Okay.
Does that
think about it like that.
Is that like, so, and I hope you hear me say this, and I'm not trying to be dismissive. I understand how bad this hurts. It messes up everything. But also, I just wouldn't give all this energy and angst into energy and angst. Like, I want to hear what you have to say. And if you don't want to talk to me, then you're opting out of a relationship with me. That breaks my heart, makes me sad. It kind of confirms what I was thinking anyway about your character. But, man, you're going through some stuff. Cool. Hey, mom and dad, everybody, my family, we're going to opt out of the family vacation this year. I appreciate you guys. Everything's pretty hot. Sister doesn't even want to talk in person. We're going to opt out. We're going to do our own thing this year. We love you guys, and we look forward to getting back together next year. That's that.
Yeah, that'd be some, I guess, sacrifice. One of the reasons why I was kind of swallowing my pride or whatever, was just going along with it, go to the family vacations, because I've got 2 kids, and my kids and her kids really only see each other once a year at these vacations. So I've always kind of, okay, let's go, because the cousins need to have a relationship with each other, at least in my opinion.
I 100% agree, but if she's opting out of relationship with you guys, there's not a lot you can do.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you end up compromising your value. So yes, in a perfect world, cousins are all linked up. It's the way it should be. But if somebody opts out of that relationship, if somebody's not trustworthy, if somebody doesn't tell the truth, if somebody will only connect via what, like, I can't, I'm not going to compromise my values and the values of my family to prop up this picture of what I want to be true. It's heartbreaking. And it's really hard in the fog and in the smoke of a raging fire to understand that it will burn out. So this one summer that you might have to miss on the family vacation, the cousins will get together. This isn't going to be a forever thing. They'll get together. They'll have tons of fun. It'll be a blast. They will get together. Maybe not this year. And that's fine. But let's don't burn everything to the ground trying to prop up a picture that's been burned down. Picture's gone, man. Things are going to be different. And my hope is, let's let the adults let's let the adults be adults and let's dig into this thing and figure it out together. I'm proud of you, man. I hate this for you. But let's get on the phone, and it's worth a Southwest flight, man. If you don't live in the same neighborhood, if you live in the same neighborhood, dude, I'd try to get together tonight. But it's worth the flight to sit down with your sister face to face and say, hey, I miss you. Are you okay? What happened? And if she tells you, I just cheated on my husband with a married dude. YOLO, one life to live, whatever. You can say, hey, that's just, I love you. You're my sister. That's not something I'm going to be a part of. I can't be a part of that. I don't want my kids around that. And I want more for you. And I love my brother-in-law, so he's going to stay my friend. And if you choose to walk away, that you can choose to do that. And then you can make those boundary judgments, right? But let's don't throw rocks until we've had a chance to sit at a table with somebody. And by the way, that goes for all of us. I'm talking to myself here. This is me talking to the man in the mirror. Let's have a conversation first before we throw any rocks.